Crush Wednesday. I'll give you guys the Twitter, or not, the Instagram tag of our Women Crush Wednesday for the day when we get back on the for the second hour. We're on Spreaker, the Spreaker app, and Spreaker.com. Make sure you guys follow us and then join the conversation every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. by clicking on the little thought bubble icon. And you guys can chat amongst yourselves within the chat room or with us and comment on the subject matter that we're discussing. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr at Sports Kings Live. And the email address to the show is sportskingslive@gmail.com. We shall return.
If you're struggling to pay the mortgage, Making Home Affordable is a free government resource that can make it easier. Call 888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of Sports Kings Live on this
Hump Day.
Almost got stuck. I'm Big Mike. The other voice that you hear is Rob Calloway. Together we are the Sports Kings, and we're being heard via Spreaker and the Spreaker app. You can download for your mobile devices and search Sports Kings Live. Follow us and then join the conversation Monday through Friday via the live interactive chat. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr at Sports Kings Live. We just got to talking about the DeAndre Jordan situation in the first half hour of the show, and in the second half of the first hour, we did our daily look back, and we got into a conversation about the sicko named Bill Cosby, who a lot of you defended pretty fervently initially, until the actual words came from his mouth that he had all intentions on roofing any broad he came into contact with. So there's that. You know what, Rob? I had this story.
Not any broad. Man.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that. 40 is a lot, and I'll say any. Like, he doesn't deserve me clarifying anything and me minimizing anything. He's a douchebag. So I'll say every broad if I want to, except the ones who didn't partake in the PP. And by that I mean Raven-Symoné. All right. Anyway, I had this story, but I didn't read it, and apparently I didn't save it. Oh, I did. It's right here. Yeah, somebody sued the New York City, I don't know, what is it called, correctional department, over their mistreatment of, it was an inmate, by the way, of his 6-day erection. How much you think a 6-day erection is worth, Rob, in this country that we're in?
I don't know. How much is it worth?
$750,000.
Good God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want a 6-day erection.
That seems painful. Yeah. Because somebody gonna have to get it. I'm not even somebody. Somebody. This is gonna be a couple of y'all walking funny when this is on the 7th day. A New York man who says he was rendered impotent after jailers refused to treat his 6-day prescription drug-induced erection settled with the city for $750,000 on Monday. According to 51-year-old Rodney Cotton, he was treated worse than a dog during his painful ordeal, which began in the Manhattan Detention Complex on July 4th. Wow, what a 4th of July for him. Bombs bursting in the sky, or whatever the song says, as a horrific side effect of an antidepressant medication. Yeah, why is that the thing? Like, you ever heard those things at the end of, like, antidepressant medication commercials?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
may make you suicidal.
Might cause diarrhea, heart attack, stroke.
But the worst one is, like, it may make you suicidal. But wait a minute. If I'm depressed, there's a good chance I'm already that way. And, of course, this particular antidepressant causes you to have a 6-day boner. Yeah. You might want to take, like, half of that for a weekend in Vegas. Don't take the whole one because the whole one will give you 6 days. But, I'm not a doctor. I just stayed in the Holiday Inn Express last night. So I figure if you cut it in half, the boner time will be cut in half too. That makes sense. Yeah. Pop one of those joints on the plane. By the time you land, ready for production. Boing. All right. I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling you guys about this, but I saw it right before we got on the air, and I was like, this sounds funny. I haven't read it, but what can't be funny about a 6-day boner? Everything. Ooh. I hope you saw it. I hope you didn't see this, Rob. Did you see this thing? This Bomani Jones, Chris Broussard thing?
Yeah, I did.
Holy
about, Russell Wilson and
crap.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I'm reading this thing today, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay, like Rob saw it, but I know everyone hadn't. So I'll take the pleasure here in filling you guys in on because Chris Broussard, I know someone who's had dealings with him before, and from what I understand, he's a very devout, Bible-thumping, Jesus freak. So anyway, yesterday, you guys remember us playing the Russell Wilson clip of him doing this Q&A thing. Was it yesterday, Rob, or the day before yesterday?
That was yesterday you played. Yesterday.
Okay, so we played this clip of Russell Wilson sitting down with the Rock Church somewhere out west, doing a Q&A, and one of the questions that he was asked was about his relationship with pop singer Ciara, and he he spilled the beans on the fact that they were going to remain celibate until married. Bomani Jones, of highly questionable fame, he does the show with Dan Le Batard and his crazy ass daddy. He had some comments about it. So apparently, Chris Broussard took it as a all out attack on his religion, which is Christianity. They get into this little Twitter beef, which I don't know about you, Rob, it totally entertained me. Every last bit of it, as a matter of fact.
I like, Bomani just being himself. Like, you could tell Chris Broussard was getting agitated because he was kind of doing what you call killing him with the kindness, and it was like, he'd be like,
mad.
You need to take that back. And Bomani was like, not today.
So here's, okay, it starts off, he's at Bomani_Jones. He says, regarding Russell/Ciara, you implied people trying to do it Jesus' way by waiting till marriage are stupid. He goes on to say, you owe Bible-believing Christians trying to live as Russell and Ciara an apology. Wait, who's trying to live as Russell and Ciara? I thought he just said Jesus. Now we have the answer to the question. Morgan Freeman is God, and Russell Wilson is Jesus. Boom. Investigation over.
All this time I thought it was Tom Brady and Tim Tebow.
Nope. Close case right there. I figured it out. Chris Broussard goes on. This is the third tweet in a row. If you criticize the sex attitudes of any other group, you'd be criticized intensely. Why do you feel free to criticize Christians? All right. I'm going to stop here and remind you guys, if you guys don't watch Highly Questionable, punch yourself real quick, first of all. But second of all, I've mentioned this show a multitude of times on this show, that it's all about foolery. There's very, very little intellectual growth to gain from this show. The old man is a fool amongst fools. It gets no better than him. And it's basically just Bomani and Le Batard are there to kind of play the straight guys, to not let the whole thing just jump the tracks, which it does very regularly. So for Chris Broussard to take this thing that seriously, yeah, it's kind of douchish. Can I say that? Douchish? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I knew somebody named Douchish. No, that was Lucius. My fault.
Well, you stupid as hell. So he says, okay, so moving on. He's still talking. Bomani hasn't responded yet. He says, at Bomani _Jones, hashtag intolerance, hashtag double standard. So be prepared for Bomani to issue an apology by like tomorrow or something behind this foolishness. Yeah, what do you mean? It ain't up to him. It ain't up to him. Yeah, when white people find out that two black people are fighting, there's got to be a problem. So somebody just got to say, I'm sorry. And
but what I'm saying is the way that Bomani handled it, right? The way that he handled it, nobody at ESPN can be like, oh, you handled this the wrong way. It's not like
it ain't about him handling this. Did you hear what I just said? This dude, people know what those trigger words are. # intolerance. Yeah. You start talking about intolerance, yeah. Yeah. You know what the buzzwords are, Rob. Yeah. Hate speech, racism. You start saying stuff like that, white people start looking up. As white people with money start looking up like, wait, hold on. Somebody's being intolerant? We've got to fix it immediately. By the way, Keith Olbermann's gone, dude. While we're speaking of ESPN, he's out there. They told him not to let the doorknob hit him in the ass on the way out. August, whatever his contract is up in August, yep, he'll be moving on to something else again. I heard he's pretty much a D-bag too, but the person I heard it from
I heard the same thing.
Yeah, but the person I heard it from is a D-bag too, so I guess you could take it as takes one to know one, or...
But you know, again, in certain people, in certain realms, that, you know, professionally, I'll be like, I can give them a pass professionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, if you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do. I'll let you have a little, you know, a little bit of arrogance about yourself.
I mean, you give me a pass and I suck, so I'm good. I'm cool with that.
But I think highly of you though. You know
that's the third tier. Like, you can be an a-hole and suck, but if I think highly of you, keep it moving.
No, I'm saying, plus, you know, I know how you cut people off, so I tell you, I'm just lucky to have one foot in your circle. So, you know, I know I'm kind of teetering right there.
Now you're being an a-hole. Oh, there it is.
But seriously, dude, I heard, you know, I heard, and I can't remember what it was. It was around the time that Stuart Scott died, and you know, Keith Olbermann was giving some commentary about them working together, and you know, and he talked about how, you know, he was kind of arrogant, and when he met Stuart, he was like, "Who is this? You know, who is this black guy? You know, like, who is this?" You know, because nobody knew him. You know, because he had been like a local reporter wherever he came from, North Carolina, wherever he came from.
Right.
But you know, like I said, the story was I won't go into detail about the story. The story was unbelievable. And you know, in a roundabout, shortcut to the story. Stuart Scott had been told, they had been whispering that he needed to tone down his ethnic slang.
Oh, there it is. More code words.
Yeah.
Stop being so damn black, Stuart.
and so what he did was, you know, I'm not sure how many people remember this. You might remember this, Mike. But back years ago, ESPN.com didn't get updated every day. You know, it wasn't mandatory for websites to get updated every day.
Right.
You remember that, right? Yeah, like back in the early 2000s, like when the internet first got popping in the late 99, the late 90s, early 2000s. So what Stuart Scott did was, when he started hearing them talk about it, you know, he wrote an article. He wrote a piece thanking ESPN for embracing his ethnic diversity at the network. So before he posted, him and Keith Olbermann go in this meeting, right? And he said, Keith Olbermann says that he's sitting in the meeting, and he's like, Stuart is just being very cool about the whole thing, man, about the whole thing. And he said he's getting agitated because they asking him to change himself. And then Stuart posted the thing on ESPN.com, and, you know, what could they say at that point? They couldn't say anything.
Yeah, heard the crowd yell coon.
Yeah. And you see he kept doing this thing, you know, because after that, they had to kind of eat crow. They were like, damn. You know, because he explained in the open letter that he wrote that, you know, he was glad that when he walks on the street, you know, people that look like him walk up to him and tell him how much they appreciate him, you know, for, you know, being a person that they can relate to and all of that stuff. It was pretty stuff. But yeah, Keith Olbermann, I mean, I give him a little bit. He could be an ass if he wanted to be a little bit, you know.
Okay, so continuing with the story, the Chris Broussard, Bomani Jones